Hello YouTubers, my name is Seb and this is Seb's Supercar. In this video I'm going to be tackling the sticky buttons on the power window switches in my Ferrari 360 Modena, the bezels around the power window switches, as well as the climate control dials and knobs. Hi, next we're going to take care of sticky power window switches. So they're just on the dash here, and you'll find that this little bezel around the switch will get very sticky, as well as the switches themselves. It's fairly straightforward to remove them. We just need to take care of this bezel first. So there's two, I believe the number 3 Allen screws to remove the bezel, and then we have access to the switches. Now that I've got my 2 Allen screws out, it's just a matter of removing this silver bezel. Now there's the switches and the climate control come with the bezel, so they're connected by wire. So we'll have to disconnect the wires. So I'll try to show you in here. We can free up the switch without removing the bezel completely. There's 2 prongs here. Just pinch it in. And there we go, it's free. Now we'll just disconnect these wire plugs. The way you disconnect them is just by pushing in this tab here and pulling out. And this one just pulls out as well. This is the LED light that lights up the little door window logo. Now that we have our power window switches removed from the car, I've come downstairs and we're ready to clean them. Now, you can remove the actual switch from the bezel. I'm choosing not to because you can actually get around it fairly well. And I'm going to use again the Neutrogena makeup remover. So again, this is less harmful. We want to use only this and not isopropyl alcohol, because the icon here for the power window, it's not a decal. It's actually translucent, so it's etched out of the actual black paint itself. So there's like the coating on top that's become sticky. That's the soft touch coating that they applied before it got installed in the car. So that's what we're removing very gently using just these wipes. If you use alcohol, Varsol, anything like the acetone, you're going to wind up wiping off the black paint and removing the icon, which you don't want to do. So again, just very gently, you're going to wipe around the switch and you'll see that the stickiness comes off without damaging the paint or the icon. And the switch is actually already clean itself. Now I'm just going to be very gentle with the bezel because the icon is on the bezel. Okay, all this voice actually recommends just using your fingernail to peel it off. You can do that. Don't use anything like a screwdriver because then you'll damage it. But this is already, I can already feel with the few wipes that I've made, it's like night and day difference. So I'm done cleaning my 2 power window switches. You can see them there. I'm quite happy with that. And I'll put them back in the car, just basically going in reverse order. These will probably be the easiest pieces to remove and replace in the car. Now I'm gonna take out the climate control, and it's just a matter of disconnecting the electrical connector. I can bring it indoors, and there's just 4 screws to remove the whole unit from the bezel. Now that I've got my climate control indoors with my bezel, it's just a Phillips screwdriver. There's 4 Phillips screws to remove it from the bezel, like so. So I took the 4 Phillips screws out and it just lifts right off the bezel. Now I'm going to try to clean it myself using, again, the Neutrogena all-purpose makeup remover wipes. You don't want to use the isopropyl alcohol or Varsol or anything. I keep warning you about that because you will remove the paint, the black paint. These are not decals. They're actually etched out of the black paint, and you will ruin it. So don't do that. This is not as strong, and very gently just keep rubbing. As I've said before, slow and steady wins the race. Take a look now at the disassembly of the HVAC. So there's one screw in the back that we removed, and then the unit just very gently comes apart. And then the way the buttons come off is you don't pull them off. There's actually a spring clip behind, and then it just comes off of the main unit. So I've put all of my HVAC controls, knobs, and the power window switches back onto the bezel, just like that. And it feels terrific already, all the buttons. So happy with the way this turned out. And next is just to install this into the car. And it's just a matter of plugging in that one big connector, and then the two connectors for the power windows switches, and just the two Allen screws that you see in the front of the bezel. And this project is all done. Well, I'm all done, and I'm quite happy with the finish. No stickiness whatsoever, feels factory, especially the climate control dials and knobs. Thanks so much for watching. Please stay tuned as I show you how to fix other sticky button issues in Ferraris.